Here is something that sounds completely backward, but it is actually true. The more services you sell in your agency and harder it becomes to actually get more clients. And most agency owners are doing exactly opposite of what they are supposed to do. They keep adding more services, more packages, more offers, thinking that more choices means more chances of somebody actually saying yes to them. But the psychology of buying tells completely a different story, and it is opposite of what most people believe. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through an exact reason I shut down doing everything in my own agency, the science that proves why it works, the framework I now use to decide what to say yes to and what to say no to, and the three objections I know which might come to your mind while watching this video, and I'm going to answer every single one of them in this video. Because if you get this one thing right, everything else in your agency gets easier. Clients, pricing, delivery, referrals, all of it. I call this the framework of focus line. So before I get into it, let me quickly earn a right to teach you this. I have been running my agency WebDew for over 9-10 years now. I started in 2016, and for most of the years we did everything. Videos, websites, marketing, content, social, SEO, you name it, we did it actually. If a client would pay for it, we did it. We built it in a real business doing all of that. The team grew, the revenue grew. For the outside, it looked like it was working, but it almost killed us in a way most agency owners never see it is coming to them. Now, before I show you exactly what happened inside my own business, I first have to show you the signs. Because once you see this one experiment, the mistake I was making going to be impossible to miss for everyone. Which takes me to my chapter number 1, the signs. So this one blew my mind when I first came across it. Back in year 2000, two psychologists ran an experiment at a very well-known upscale grocery store called Dragus in Menlo Park, California. Their names were Sheena Langer and Mark Lepper. And what they wanted to test was really simple. Does giving shoppers more choices actually makes them buy more, or does it makes them buy less? So they set up a jam tasting booth right inside the store, and they ran two different versions of it in the different days. On some days, they put over like 24 different flavors of jams, lots of variety, lots of choices like strawberry, raspberry, apricot, every possible flavor they could do. And on the other days, they put just 6 flavors in the same store, in the same spot. Same kind of shoppers walking by, the only thing that changed was how many jams were on the table. Now, common sense says 24 flavors table should sell way more, right? More choices, more chances somebody finds one they like. That proves to be completely wrong by this experiment. Actually, the 6 flavor table sold 10 times more. Yes, 10 times more. The only thing that changed was how many options were there on the table. And the researchers called this a choice overload. When you give a human brain too many options, it does not get excited. It gets overwhelmed. And an overwhelmed brain does not decide, it just walks away. Now, agency owners have a different name for this. They call it, why can't I get more clients? They think offer is not good enough, or their pricing is wrong, or their outreach is broken. But most of the time, it is actually just a choice overload. The experiments pitch in 24 flavors jam table, and their prospect is walking away. Now, here is the crazy part. This is exactly what was happening inside my own digital agency for years, and I could not see it. Which takes me to my chapter number 2, my own agency story. So let me show you exactly what this looked like inside WebDew. Picture the pitch we used to make back when we did everything. Hey, we help business grow, we build websites, we do videos, we run SEO campaigns, like we do run marketing campaigns, we manage social, we do HubSpot, we do CRM implementation, we can do a cold email outreach. I mean, hell lot of services, whatever we can offer. Now, let me be honest with you. Somewhere around service number 4, the prospect's brain has already left the room. They are not thinking, wow, this agency can do everything. They are actually thinking this agency does not really do any one thing well. And then they say the sentence every struggling agency owners has to listen 1,000 times. What is the sentence? That sounds great. Let me think about it and I will come back to you later. And what happened then? Guys, they do absolutely nothing, and they ghost you forever. That was us for years as well. Every project started from zero. Every pitch was like a fight. Every client was a stranger who had no reason to pick us over anyone else. And I did not even realize this pitch itself was the problem. I thought we just needed to be trying harder, send more proposals, make more calls, do more outreach, do some efforts more around marketing. But the truth is, no amount of trying harder was going to fix this pitch that was overwhelming people before we even go and push our offer to them. So at some point, I had to sit down and be honest with myself, because something obviously had to change now. Which takes me to my chapter number 3, the turning point. So one day I sat down and asked myself an honest question. What are we actually the best in the world at? Not what we can do, not what do we sell, what are we actually the best at? The answer was not everything. It was just one thing which was popping into my head every day. It is HubSpot. Because we have been working for years without even fully realizing it, we had gone incredibly deep into one platform. We knew HubSpot inside and out. We had built real systems on it, like workflows, automations, integrations. We had solved real problems for our real customers, but it was hidden underneath all the other stuff. So I made the decision and we shut it down, doing all the services and focusing on one thing, not shutting down the agency itself, but the doing everything version of the agency. Today at WebDew, we are focused on one thing, selling B2B SaaS companies that either run on HubSpot or ready to commit to it as their whole platform. I mean, the HubSpot platform. And even inside that, we stopped selling random services. We now sell outcomes. We optimize HubSpot for revenue operations, like RevOps standpoint, so it actually drives revenue for our clients. And we run omni-channel marketing for B2B SaaS businesses, but only if they are using HubSpot as a platform. We can do their content, their ads, their social, their CRM, but it needs to be stitched inside one platform, which is HubSpot. All of it under one team, one outcome. So watch what happened to the pitch. My previous pitch to this pitch, now I'm saying it went from we do marketing for anyone to we help B2B SaaS companies grow on HubSpot. And that one sentence sells more in one single line than 10 years of doing everything which we were spending time on. Now, the real question you might be asking yourself, how do I actually make that decision like this in my own business? Because you cannot just wake up one morning and randomly pick one niche. There is actually a framework behind it, and I have used it every time from last few years. Which takes me to my chapter number 4, the focus line. So this is the framework I use to make the decision every single time. I call it as focus line. Every time I look at a new offer or a new business or a new opportunity, I have to answer that in 3 questions, and every answer needs to be in one single line. If I cannot answer all 3 of them, the offer does not exist for me. Question number 1 is, who is the exact person I'm going to help? Not small business, not entrepreneurs, not companies that want to grow randomly. Those are not people, guys. They are just categories. So you have to pick one type, one kind of a business, one clear person. For WebDew, that was B2B SaaS companies which are either willing to commit to HubSpot or are already on HubSpot. Okay, moving to question number 2. What is the exact painful outcome I'm selling them? Not a service, but an outcome. Nobody wakes up in the morning wanting a website. They wake up wanting more revenue, more leads, more sales. I mean, every business is hungry to get more business at the end of the day. So your job is to name the outcome, not the deliverables. For us, it is RevOps, optimization, and omni-channel growth. Real outcomes tied to a money they actually care about. Question number 3. Why am I the obvious choice for this kind of a service, whatever I'm gonna offer them? Not we are good at marketing, but a real specific reason. For us, it is because we have been HubSpot deep since 2016, and there are very few B2B SaaS focused HubSpot shops in the world with that kind of a depth. Now, person, outcome, and proof. That is a focus line. And if any part of it goes blurry for me, I go back and tighten it up. If I cannot write it in one single sentence, I know I have not niched down enough yet. Now, before I go any further, real quick, I know a lot of you are probably sitting there right now trying to fill out your focus line and getting stuck, because honestly, writing it on your own is way harder than it looks, and having someone challenge your answer on it is where the real breakthrough happens. So, if that is you, come and join us inside my community, Agencypreneurs. That is exactly where we walk you through the stuff together, and I will personally help you sharpen your focus line until it actually pulls client in for you. The link is down in the description. Now back to the video, which takes me to our chapter number 5, the 3 objections. So let me get inside your head for a minute, because I had the same 3 objections when I did this myself. So let me answer all 3 of them right now, so nothing is left in the way. Objection number 1, you might ask, Danish, if I niche down, I'm going to miss out on all those other clients I could be helping. Yes, for sure, I hear you. I felt the same way, but here is the truth I had to face. You were not going to get those other clients anyways, because right now you are competing with every other generalist agency on the planet, and nobody is choosing you because there is no real reason for them to commit to you. The clients you are missing out on are not real clients at all. They are just ghosts. The moment you niche down, you stop being one of the 1,000 options and become the obvious choice for one type of a persona, and you will get more of those clients you are focusing on than you were ever getting of the generic ones. Let's go to objection number 2. You might be asking, but my current clients are from all different industries. I cannot just walk away from them right now. Okay, nobody is asking you to fire your clients. Niching down is all about who you go after next, not about the one you already have. Keep serving your current clients for sure, there is no doubt in that, but take their money, do the good work. But every new lead, every new pitch, and every new piece of content is going to your one niche from now on. Commit to yourself for 6 months from now, more than half of your revenue will come from that one single niche. 12 months down the road, almost all of it will. You do not need to burn anything down. You just need to change the direction of the boat where you are heading to. Which takes me to my objection number 3. You might be asking, but I do not know what my one thing should be actually. This is the real objection that traps most of the people, because they wait forever to find a perfect niche. And here is my answer. You do not need the perfect niche. You just need a good enough. Ask yourself these 2 questions. Which type of a client did you enjoy working with the most, and which type of work you are actually doing good at? And where those 2 overlaps, that is your niche, and that is where you start from. If you get it slightly wrong, that is fine. You can always adjust in 3 months or maybe in few quarters, but you cannot adjust nothing. You have to take those risks. The riskiest move is to sit around waiting to feel certain, because while you are waiting, everybody who did niche down is already winning the game and winning your clients. Now, if all of this still feels little theoretical to you, I get it. So let me show you that this is not a one-time move. I have now done this exact same thing again and again on purpose in every business I own, which takes me to my chapter number 6. I now do this on purpose every time. So the reason I trust this framework so much is because I keep using it every time. And the clearest and cleanest example of that is my next company, HighClinic. Because when I started HighClinic, I told myself one thing very clearly. Danish, you are not making WebDew mistake again. You are not going to say yes to every service. You means I am not going to help everyone, every type of business. I am not going to build a 24 flavors jam table anymore. So from the day one, I forced HighClinic through a focus line: person, outcome, and proof. All 3 had to be crystal clear before we did anything. We even registered a domain. So here is what that looked like. For a person, we did not say we help small businesses. We clearly said we will be helping clinics. We picked one specific specific persona, I mean, which is clinic owners in Canada. For the outcome, we did not offer marketing or website or 10 different services. We picked one service, which is an AI receptionist that answers their calls and book their appointments, so they stop losing patients every time their phone rings when they are not in the office. One person, one outcome, and the rest of the services is top up when they will come and ask us for that. But here is the important part: the client never sees GoHighLevel. They just see one thing, which is an AI receptionist that finally solves their missed call or a call volume problems at the front desk. Now, this is niching down, right? And this is exactly what I could not do at WebDue for almost 10 years. But because of what WebDue taught me, High Clinic never made that mistake at the first place. So this is not a one-time lesson for me. This is now a whole way I build my every business. Person, outcome, and proof. Never forget. Person, outcome, and proof. If I cannot answer all three, I do not build it. And honestly, that filter alone has saved me from starting probably 6 or 7 business I would have regretted later, honestly. Now, before you run off and try this yourself, there are 3 real warnings you need to hear first, because I do not want you to make same mistake which I did building my businesses, which takes me to my chapter number 7, final warnings. So there are 3 quick warnings you need to hear before you run with this. Warning number 1: when you niche down, your brain is going to scream out loud, even louder than the 3 objections I already answered. That fear is not a sign you are doing it wrong. It is actually a sign that you are doing it right. So give a message to your brain that if you're niching down, it is a good thing for you, because specific feels risky and broad feels safe, but specific is what actually works. Warning number 2: niche down is not a permanent tattoo on your life or on your body, right? You are picking your focus for right now, not for the rest of your life. Own it, master it, get known for it, and then expand from the position of strength. Warning number 3: when you make the change, some of your old clients will drop off. And honestly, that is okay, because the one you attract next are going to be worth 10 times more than what you already had. Now, let me pull all of this together for you so you know exactly what to do next, which takes me to our last chapter, the closure of this video. So look, here is what exactly it comes down to. Doing everything feels safe, but it is actually the riskiest thing you can do to run agency, because it makes you completely invisible. The moment you get to known for one thing, one clear outcome, one buyer persona, everything in your business gets easier. You start attracting better clients at better prices with a way less chasing. You get faster referrals, higher retention, and honestly, a business you actually enjoy running. So go and write down your focus line this week, your persona, your outcome, and your proof, and then just go all in on it. So if this was helpful, hit the subscribe button, because that means a lot to me, and I will keep producing these kind of quality content for you guys, which takes me, good amount of research and adding my experience on top of that, because I share exactly how I build and grow my own business the real way with no fluff. And if you want to work through your own focus line and actually build your own offer around it, or you might need some other kind of a help, come and join in the community. That is where I go more deeper, share the actual playbooks, and help you put this stuff to work together for you guys. So that's it for this one. My name is Danish, and I will see you in the next video.